They need salt water to mate, they live in fresh water. Now these guys are ambush predators. They're going to sit there in the one position. It's not until someone, a fish comes close enough, and then they'll actually open their mouth and swallow a big gulp of water and whatever fish is inside there. These guys have 15 venomous spines along the back, which they're like a hollow tube with a venom gland underneath. So the more pressure applied down, the more venom is exerted out. The venom in here and the freshwater species is known to be very painful, not fatal. Doctors will put your foot or hand into as boiling water as you can stand, and this is known to relieve the pain, being a protein-based venom. If you do not have any boiling hot water, urinate on the envenomation. This is actually known to relieve the pain as well. Here is a taxidermist specimen of the saltwater species, the most venomous fish off the face of the earth. They have 13 venomous spines along the back. The more pressure applied down on those spines, also the more venom comes out. The venom inside here is known to be fatal within half an hour, 45 minutes. Many cases of people dying actually have been from shock or drowning. As well as being venomous because of these spikes, they're actually highly poisonous because of these nodules. Arrivals to Australia decided to capture and cook up their own dinner. They caught the stonefish and cooked him up on the barbecue. The #1 rule for that is, guys, anything this ugly, do not actually eat.
He's got 13 of them. It's an unlucky number if you get stung.
He's actually got 13 along the dorsal fin, as well as some along the side, and actually an anal one as well. Magnificent tree frogs. They have different constellations of white dots along their back, as well as different various in colours. They can vary in different greens. They are becoming endangered. They are our magnificent tree frogs. Now I'm going to move straight along to this venomous snail. It's an oceanic snail that's evolved to eat fish. They actually shoot out a venomous tooth, which has been described as a harpoon or a dart. And it's actually covered in an anesthetic or painkiller, which is non-opiate based and 1,000 times stronger than man-made painkillers. So this is actually going to revolutionize painkillers for mankind. Simply another example of how nature has the answers. Do not, under any circumstance, pick up any cone-shaped shell, big or small, resembling these in any way. The quickest recorded death was a young child that put it in their pocket and actually passed away 15 seconds later. The most venomous snail in the world. If you like to brush your fingers along the back of this reptile, you're more than welcome. Those big chunky scales give it the name the shingleback. They're overlapping scales, like shingles of a roof. These guys will also, as a defense, curl their body around to make it look like two heads are actually looking at their predators.
Yeah, I wondered about that.
They also walk backwards to make it look like their tail is their head or their head is their tail. They are the biggest member of the blue-tongued lizard family, which is to trick predators to think he's poisonous or venomous. These guys actually mate for life and give birth to live babies, which is really quite amazing as well. So they do not actually lay eggs, so they are a reptile. This is our famous frilled-necked lizard who has beautiful patterns along their body, which they'll actually get into several fights in the wild with other males. They'll end up with scratches and scars all over their bodies. These guys have evolved to be as intimidating as possible, to actually bluff their way out of being attacked pretty much. They're our frilled-necked lizard. They'll frill their neck out, stand up on 2 feet, open their mouth wide, and then actually rush blood to their frill. And that changes the colour of their frill. They become more intimidating to their predators. I'm applying some more of this reptile handling gel on my hand. This is just to prevent any cross-contamination between handling reptiles. This is our pink tongue, which you can see here. It can actually hang upside down. That's because it's got an it is arboreal. It will climb trees. This is why it's got longer toes than the blue tongue and actually a prehensile tail. So this tail is actually designed to grip onto your fingers. If you guys would like to brush your fingers along the back of this reptile, or put a bit of tension to the side of his tail, and you'll actually grip onto your fingers. Like a snake.
Yeah, oh yeah. There you go.
That's our pink tongue. You guys can all tell how venomous the scorpion is just by looking at it. All you have to do is look at its claws. See how it's got very muscular claws? This means it can manually crush its food. So the venom inside the talcin or tail will inflict a very nasty amount of pain, but not designed to kill. A scorpion with very thin, fine claws cannot crush its food, therefore will have evolved to rely on its venom to kill its prey. The smaller the claws, the more toxic the venom, and this is very deceptive because these are usually very small scorpions which have very thin, fine claws. The smaller the claws, the more toxic the venom is actually going to be. Have you guys ever seen a scorpion bioluminesce? They all fluoresce green under the UV spectrum. No one knows exactly the truth behind why they actually do this. Scientists believe it's because they see in the UV spectrum of light, and at night time, there's a vast amount of UV light reflected off the moon. They are nocturnal hunters, so they're going to have excellent night vision. They're going to hunt and see exceptionally well. That's why it's believed they bioluminesce like this, though one of several theories that have never actually ever been proven. We are milking scorpions for their venom to create a cure for glaucoma.